Greetings, Dapplings, and welcome to a new first taste of the channel, where today we're going to be checking out Sipho, or Sipho. I think we're going to go with Sipho. It tastes a little bit better to say. But this is a game that came out on the 30th of September 2023, and recently caught my eye because they dropped an update. Now, what is Sipho, you might be wondering, but looking in the background, if you've any familiarity with Spore, you can probably already guess. This is, for all intents and purposes, an expanded, more fleshed out Spore Cell Stage. That is the be-all, end-all of this game. It's got a little bit of roguelike elements in that you can go around, you get different modules as you progress from defeating bosses, and you can slowly build out a more intricate creature as you progress through the game. This is very much more an arcade experience, though, than Spore Cell Stage. A little bit less sandboxy and more arcadey, I would say. But as always, it is much easier to show than to describe, so I'm going to go ahead and just jump straight into the game. Now, there are a bunch of different campaigns, and the campaigns kind of have different creatures or organisms to start with, but we'll be starting out with breed, the Adverna. This is the breed of creature we've got. Creatures are not of this world, designed to adapt and to kill. Movement Zoids. Zoids are the body parts you can see here. Go in any direction, but lack top speed. Uses spikes and poison to deal with foes. I'm very happy with poison builds. Yes. Right, okay, well, we are starting fresh. I'm not going to go through the tutorial because I have taken the liberty of familiarizing myself with the controls, so we're just going to jump in and hopefully I will be able to showcase the game properly. Ah, man, we already exploded. Well, that's it, everyone. Game over. Level 1, the Azure Depths. Alright, so it's going to be a lot easier if we start off by just covering what we are, as that's going to be pretty foundational for everything. Down here we have our energy, we have our abilities, which come as a result of attaching certain body parts. We have our nutrition, which is used both to regrow body parts that have been damaged and lost, and also as a currency to add new body parts. Unlike Spore Cell Stage, we can just come into this whenever we want, add body parts, remove body parts. That's probably the more important one, is we can just ungrow something and then we get all of the cost back. But as you will notice there, the cost of a component goes up based on how many other components of that type you already have on your organism. But our organism right now is the central part. Our brain is the actual Adverna breed. So this has various stats, chief to pay attention to are nutrition capacity, energy capacity, and energy and regeneration. This does have mass, it has drag, but there are less things that you need to worry about than if you were playing something like From the Depths or Space Engineers, where you'd really have to pay attention to that kind of statistic. It also has the effect Possess, so it has +5 max health and plus 0.5 movement force, because we're in control of it. We have assumed direct control. This is the brain, and everything else is attached to it. Now, we've got currently only 4 other body parts, but we will get more as we progress and defeat bosses. We've got the Xenoplate, a structure Zoid that connects to other Zoids, increasing weapon damage and enhances Zoid healing properties. Has max health and nutrition capacity, so adding this gives us more nutrition. Also energy capacity, so it increases the amount of energy that we can store. But this, interestingly, will affect neighbors with melee power, range power, and additional regenerative ability. So I'm actually going to put that right at the front, and then we're going to be attaching our spike onto there. This Zoid is a true ruffian, always looking for a fight. If your enemies touch the spike, they decay and become delicious food for all to enjoy. And that is just touching the spike. But the spike can also extend. It has the ability Impale. Rapidly extend your spike to impale enemies. Has a melee power of 5, but because this is receiving acidic metabolism from our Xenoplate, it has a bit more punch to it, so it has a 6, and also regenerates a little bit better as well. Furthermore, we have the Radial down here. Can propel in any direction, but not as fast as other movement Zoids. Secretes adrenaline when damaged or colliding with force. This has these 0.8 movement force, which is decent, but also has the dash ability, which increases our movement quite a lot forward. And finally, we have the Squirter. Can spray nasty poison that deals damage over time. Max health is 10, range is 3, range power is 2 by 3. This has quite a lot of nutrition capacity, actually. This can store a lot of nutrition. And more importantly, so far this is the only part that we have that gives us any regeneration. So we're going to add that on. It's just not going to be in the best possible place. In fact, I'm going to just leave it on the side there for now. This is purely there to help us regenerate just that little bit faster. We're now regenerating 31 energy per second. And with that... Oh, another thing is, by default, I would strongly recommend that if you have like additional mouse buttons, rebind these. Because having to take my fingers off WASD in order to activate my poison might not be ideal. And there are certainly some Zoids which are kind of built for you to deploy as you're retreating, so having to take your fingers off the movement keys is not ideal. So we'll pop that on mouse 5. There we go. Right, now, I would like to go and grab the food here. There we go. I'd like to get quite a lot of food for Mabel, and I want to avoid the things with the gigantic bitey mouths. No, please and thank you. I'm going to leave that poison there as a deterrent. Thank you very much. There is a little bit of something over here that I might grab. That enemy over there, we can't actually see what they've got, but that is a different species, and as a result has different components. Now, what I would like to do, if I am able to... can I not? I'm not able to pop that there. That's a bit of a shame. I would sort of like to do something like this. Maybe... Let's move these around a little bit. I would like the spikes there, and then the poison just kind of focusing forward just a wee bit. There we go. And I'm just going to try and spike you with the upgrade we've got. You've latched onto me, you little stinker, you. There we go. That's gotten rid of you. And we've consumed our first enemy. Hooray! We've got a glorious future as a carnivore ahead of us. Right. All of our combative components right now are receiving quite a large power-up because we've just got a damage power-up. We've also got a range power-up, which is actually quite nice. But now that we've got a little bit more energy, I can go ahead and attach more components. Do I really want that there? I kind of do, though I would prefer to have the spikes facing forward more. There we go. Hey, it would be grand if I could have poison right in the middle there. I wonder what would be required to do that. Could we do something like this? I would lose out on the ability to have my spikes... this having the extra damage from the Xenoplate, but I don't mind, really. I think this is quite a cool little design that we've got going. We are out of energy, though, which is kind of bad. Ooh, my lord. Let's not play with you, shall we? Oh, actually, no. I definitely want to play with you now. Oh, I've taken it back. Let's see if we can't assassinate you. There we go, a little bit more poison to help out. We ultimately want to try and get to that central part there. Once you've killed the brain, you've killed the creature. And we've collected some DNA for our troubles as well. Marvellous. That DNA will go a long way to helping us. Alright, moving on. Grabbing as many power-ups as we can. I really want to stay away from the business end of your mouth there. There we are. Gotcha. And we can grab a little bit more power-ups and food for our troubles. Now, our radar does give us a bit of a guide towards enemies, but it's not perfect. It could definitely do with a little bit of enhancement, but from what I've seen, it really comes into its own when there's not many enemies left, and it's trying to guide you to the only things left worth going and grabbing. We've got a lot of energy production now. We've got a lot of parts, actually. How about we try to speed ourselves up? Now, I could either go purely for speed. Alternatively, I could try to enhance our killing capabilities. And right now, I'm more in favor of speed. And I'd also like to kind of frame my brain in body parts so that it's a little bit less dangerous for me. We'll see how that works. But there we are. Let's just latch on there. A little bit of poison as well. There we are. Take your medicine. Perfect. There we are. Now, area clear, apparently. I don't believe you. But it has desaturated everything. However, I would really very much like to grab as many power-ups before we move forward as I possibly can. Also, any food that still exists. It doesn't look like there's going to be much here for me, unfortunately, though. Alright, we're going to dive then. And I believe we're going to be facing off against our first boss. And this is how you get more body parts. This is kind of the roguelike element of the game. Oh god, that looks like a terrifying monstrosity. But every boss you defeat gives you body parts to play with. Now, I would very much like you to not be chomping on me. There we are. Managed to remove that part. Let's try and focus on getting rid of your weapon systems. There we go. And now I'm just going to poison everything in there. You're generating bubbles to push me away, but you know what? That wasn't too much of a fight there. I'm actually quite impressed with how well we took care of that. Now, we can take our time to gobble down all of the boss bits, as some of these will have some nutritional benefits for us, and in a lot of boss arenas there's power-up drops around the place, or some gimmick to the arena you can use. These over here will, as you can probably guess from their shape, hurt you if you bounce into them, so you could have possibly just pushed the boss into it. We've got a Drifter. This is a Vagorian. So that's one of the breeds of Zoid, and this is a Lymphoid. This is breedless. This Zoid has no business to conduct. Only other Zoid effects passes on neighbor effects as if it didn't exist. Oh, so I would be able to use that to build out the structure of my Zoid to pass on positive effects to different components. That's actually not a bad one. But then we've got the Drifter, a movement Zoid that turns very fast but has a rather slow movement speed. Regenerates health over time, so a bit of extra health regeneration. Wouldn't mind that. And as a whole, I wouldn't mind getting some extra body parts, honestly. Extra movement body parts. So there we go. Let's go ahead and dive down to the next area. And here we are. We're in the Humming Reefs. But let's have a look at what we've got there. That's actually a cheaper component. So how about we pop these down here, since this doesn't really need them in any particular way. And we'll just add these ones onto the side. Now, it is better at turning than going forward, it seems. Turns very fast. So you know what? We're going to drop this one. And I'm going to bring this across and just attach it up about here. There we go. And we'll see how this one goes. Alright, well, definitely spinning around a lot better now. That will help a lot for a Zoid whose only real damage dealing is in the front. If we were more of a colony-style Zoid, which had all of its weapons kind of located all around it, then that would be wouldn't be as important. But this is definitely worth us having right now. I'm just grabbing up some of the easy food. There we go, including the easy Zoids to kill. There we are, and grab some of the loose food around the place. We're up to 15 now, so that's actually not too bad. We can definitely afford to add in a little bit of extra movement now. Alright, starting to get somewhere. We've still got 9 nutrition. Now, one thing to be aware of with the Zoids is as you build them out, it definitely does affect your ability to move. So don't just make a massive Zoid, unless you're prepared to just be very ungainly and not be able to hide in little nooks and crannies. It is absolutely worth considering how your primary means of get out of trouble, what that's going to look like. Are you more of a just run away from your opponent's style Zoid and hide where they can't fit? Because if you are, you probably don't want to grow too big. Alright, there we go. We've managed to completely demolish you. Marvellous. And already got 100 of 100 DNA, so we have unlocked that breed. So in the campaign now, we would be able to select that type of Zoid to play with. Let's go up here. Hello. I really wish I had a better boost function or a way of slowing my enemies down. Those do exist, but getting them is the tricky part. Hello. Can we turn around? Oh, I'm very much liking the extra ability to rotate that we've got thanks to the drifters there. That's really, really helpful. Oh no! The food! It's all been sucked into the whirlpools and is gone. That's kind of annoying, but oh well. Now, what I would like to do is, if I could, I would like to expand out a little bit more in either direction and then have more spikes focused inwards. We're going to wait until we've got enough to make that happen, but that's definitely something I would like to try and play around with, having a big maw. Alright, let's head on down here. We've got a little bit of food there, a little bit of food. Oh, actually quite a lot of food around here. Let's continue moving around. We've got a nice bit of movement buff. Very, very much appreciated. Alright, let's grab all of this very easy to collect material around here, though I am bleeding my energy a little bit too fast because I use my boost perhaps a little too aggressively when I'm just moving around. I'm impatient, and I should probably try and curtail that, because it's going to get me into trouble. I'm going to need to use my combat abilities, and they're not going to be available to me as a consequence of just trying to get somewhere faster, and in this case, getting into trouble faster. There we go. I do like the fact that the spikes make it very easy for me to... Oh, I'm actually at full capacity there. Okay, well, let's go ahead and expand out each side then. I will try and grow symmetrically, as is generally a wise strategy. As a whole, asymmetric species tend to go extinct. Nature seems to favour symmetry, so let's continue along with that. There we go. Hi. I would like very much to use all of my spikes to just devour you. Perfect. Alright, let's add in another one. That one can go there. We are now very, very much focused on just getting in and punching hard. Hard and fast. No, wait, just stab. The Queen's Hive. Disapprove. That's very hard. Why is invisible? Oh, there's flow. Okay, fair enough. That's neat. Like I said, most boss arenas do have some sort of gimmick. Right, let's get involved in this. Let's try and dive in and get all of that as quickly as I can. Let's see. You are spewing a lot of poison all over the place, and I would like to try and demolish your spiky bits as fast as I can. There we go. The aggressive approach seems to be the correct approach here. And apply my own poison, though I really dislike all those poison mines you've laid behind me. Oh, my lord, that was a little bit more trouble than I was prepared for, but we managed to make fairly quick work of the Queen there. And now we've got a couple of options. We've got the deep. This side lives on another level. No shallow insults or projectiles can push it over. Okay. I can't. I guess maybe you could make a shell out of that. The polyp, this side is more stayer than mover. It will give the colony everything just to stay attached. It's got energy regeneration. It has got movement force as well, and a dash ability. But we've also got the swarmer. This is a breedless one. Spawns charges as little critters that swim around and can attack nearby enemies. Oh, it has maximum of 2 charges. Okay, health regeneration. 12 range is quite good. It does melee attacks, so it would benefit from having the structural components that we've got. It's got some movement force by itself. Affects neighbors with within 2 jumps with local swarming plus 1 max charge. Oh, so the more of these I have connected in one place, the more charges each one would give us. I think it's very clear which one we're going to go for. There we go. No, just... I'm too fast for my own good. There we go. Let's just hang tight here for a moment. No, there we go. There we are. Right, we've added the swarmer. Now let's have a proper look at you. Well, how would we best be put to put this down? Does that affect this one as well? Is this one getting a local swarmer? I can't easily see, unfortunately. I would love to, but I can't. Oh, actually, I could possibly just have 2 there, maybe. Well, we don't have enough energy to pop that down. It's a reasonably expensive one. But we'll see about adding those in a moment. Though it feels like if you're going to be going an attack type like having minions, you don't really want to be as combat effective as we've made this side. And there's a part of me that feels that, especially given how effectively we just demolished the boss there, that we've actually stumbled onto something relatively effective here. Let's just dig our way through here. Are you going to... You're coming back. Let's get back around. Take you out if I can. There we go. It looks like you're doing much the same that I am, though. I don't have enough energy to get my spikes to trigger. That was a little bit rough. We actually lost a couple of body parts there. You notice the little red line that started proccing over the glow component? Ooh, what on earth did you just do there? Whatever you did, I dislike it. Please stop. And by stop, I mean stop everything forever. There we are. The wealth there is effectively a measure of our total health, I feel. Let me reverse from there. We don't really want to play around too much. Let's get a little bit of poison going. Right, get in there and just go for the brain. No, 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 too late. Take your medicine. There you are. Right, but wealth 97 of 97. The bar goes red when you've got damaged body parts that you're using nutrition to heal rather than to grow. But we are we're right at our nutrition capacity, so I do need to do something about that, I feel. And that something could, in fact, be the swarmers. We could see what it's like. I could move these to the side, something like that, and then just tuck a swarmer down. Oh, actually, these are quite large. Oh, these are very large, actually. Okay. Maybe that won't work then. We'll have these tucked back where they were. And instead, one there, one here, I guess. Then another one on this side. We can definitely see how this goes. Let's see about setting that up. There we go. V will do. And let's... Ooh, we've got a lot of drag at this point, unfortunately. But alright, we can definitely zoom around and see what we can do. Now, one thing I would like to check is, are you getting the benefit? Yes, you are. 2 local max swarmers. So your swarm charge is 4 of 4. Nice. Whereas this one is still only a max charge of 3. That's alright. Let's get through there. And right, let's see what we can do then. Oh, that's actually very effective. I approve. I approve enormously. I mean, we've still got a lot of energy invested in spikes. Maybe I should switch all of that to being a minion master. That is incredibly effective. I can only imagine that if we have full rings of those things, that would be even more dangerous. I'm actually really tempted to try that. I need one more piece of energy, though, to flesh out this build. Though I'm a little bit concerned about our extremely sluggish movement now. We've gone from being very, very fast to quite slow. Yeah, to that end, let's lose these. I will pop in the next swarmer. But additionally, can I afford this? Nah, I can't quite afford the full change that I'm looking for, but we can afford to prepare for it. Let's get a couple more of these down there, and oh, let's make it symmetrical though. There we go. That'll work out a little bit better. I could have that at the front, but I feel that it's more important for me to keep that at the back. There we go. This will work quite nicely. And could I tuck that in a little bit more? No, I don't think I can. That's fine. Right, well, let's move around. I do feel a little bit more agile at this point. Let's grab that. There we go. And have we cleared this area? No, it hasn't desaturated yet, so I don't believe we've completely cleared it out. Maybe at this point I could have 2 separate poison dispensers in the middle. There we go, there's a bit of energy down there. Am I going to even be able to get in there, though? And this is where being a big chunky organism starts becoming a problem. I can sort of squeeze around. There we go, that was the last energy there. Is that enough for me to place? No, we need 2 more for another movement component, but that's fine. Katal. That is concerning, I'm not going to lie. Oh my lord, there is something definitely scooching up behind us. Right, I would like to... That's M5. Let's pop that at M4 then. Right, I would very much like to grab some more body parts if I'm able to. And over here as well. There we are. Now we're starting to look a little bit more dangerous. Wouldn't mind that bit of extra energy here over here. Hello? Hello. How about we introduce our hive to you? There you go. And then we can do a little bit of extra stabbage as well. There we are. Oh, what on earth is that? I disapprove. I apparently can shoot it. That's not how whirlpools work, but okay. What the heck are you over there? I very, very greatly disapprove. Right, go forth, hot hive. You can demolish them whilst they're looking the other way. Perfect. You know what? This is actually so useful. I feel that I'm not going to be using that as much. And so I'm going to switch around the hive to mouse 2. I think that makes more sense for me right now. Now we've got 18 movement, nutrition though, so we can afford to add in a few more. I need 11 to put the final one in, but there we go. We've now got a lot of movement force, which is exactly what we needed. I would like to go up there, and we did spot a enemy somewhere over here. Now it looked a bit dangerous, but you know what? I'm up for it. This place looks cancerous, for want of a better word. Let's see. Got a little bit of energy over here. Nutrition, rather. Right, launch. Wow, okay. Being a minion master in this game, that is disgustingly powerful. I greatly approve. And your electricity attack doesn't affect me, apparently. My insects don't care. And since it's too far away from the rest of my body, I don't care either. This costs a lot of energy to run, though. That's one thing I will say, is it's not a cheap thing to do. Can I fit this in there? Oh, nice. That will possibly give us the ability to generate a bit more energy. We can now recover 37 energy. I would love it if we could do more, but right now that's okay. Could I fit more of these in? No, I can't. That's a shame. Maybe I could just swing these up by one on each side. Fit in another. That would definitely give us the ability to reorient. Do we want to, though? Also, I would like to see if I can get that same effect here. Locals? No, we're not really getting... Well, 4 of 3. Yeah, no, we're not really getting it. So I think it's best to have them both connected to the same component there. I want to increase our movement ability before I do anything else right now. Oh, area is already cleared. Okay. Fair enough. We're moving on to possibly the next boss then. It's a little bit of a concern, but alright. Going not too bad so far. The Pass of Majtha. Okay. Is that meant to mean something to me? Really? Oh, is that a little secret space there that I could sneak past? I feel like this is a trap. This was definitely a trap. Oh, this is definitely a trap. This is 100% a trap. I disapprove. Let me through, let me through, let me through. Let me through, please. Okay. Greatly disapprove of this. Unless you are constantly giving me energy. In which case, I'm okay with it, actually. A little bit of poison there. Okay, is this just going to be an arena fight? Because I'm not necessarily totally against that, but I would... Okay, that seems pointless for me to do. Maybe this is completely an arena fight then. Right. Let's focus on the bosses as they are fed to us. Right now, the Hive is doing a fantastic job. Where's the next one coming from? Hello? It seems to be healing itself really fast, which I greatly dislike. Looks like something just popped over there. Let's see if we can't try and get through here, though. Is it at all possible to get... it's absorbing body... Oh, actually, no, we are getting through. Never mind. It looks like you do have a limit to how much damage you can sustain. There we are. No, I don't want to be stunned, please. Oh, you did manage to stun me. I disapprove. And it does actually affect my Hive, it seems. But now that I'm through, I strongly suspect that I am now in control of this engagement. Massively, in fact. I can just let them feed themselves to me over time. Alright. I think we've found... Oh, wow. Do my insects bring back drops? Oh, I hadn't noticed that before. That was probably very obvious the whole time, but I just wasn't paying attention. My bad. The problem is rattling my the hives in order to encourage my insects to go out does seem to cost me a decent amount of energy. Now then, I could add in a couple more things. Honestly, there's a big part of me just wants to do this. Are we going full? We are going full. Yeah, we're going all in on the hives here. I see no reason not to. This is such a potent method of attack. And we can do it from so far away as well. There we go. And then the insects can bring me all the drops as well. You know what? I could probably just sit here like as though on a choke point, really. Did you just latch onto me, you scallywag? I don't approve. An extra one down there. So at this point, each one of these now has 5 charges, which is quite wonderful. So that's 15 per limb, so 30 insects in total. Each one of them doing, because they should be gaining the acid buff as well, so each one of them doing 2 damage. So potentially, we can do 60 points of melee damage if all the insects attack the same body part at once. That is particularly rough, I must say, for the opponent. Oh, okay, you're starting to throw more at me at once, alright. I can see how that goes. Just going to use our poison there. Though we are now out of energy. I do need some way of generating more energy. That is definitely becoming a bit of an issue for me. A little bit more poison as well, please. And follow through. There we go. More energy all the time. I wouldn't mind an extra mobility part, but that is going to require us to get up to 11 energy, though that probably isn't very far away, honestly, looking how easily we're managing this. Now, I am aware that this is probably looking quite easy at the moment, but one thing I will say is that there is no guarantee that I will get the body parts that I have gotten. This is just chance has given me what seems to be a particularly powerful combination of parts. And by combination of parts, I mean this spawners. That's it. We are launching our own fighters, okay? That's always amazing. There's a reason why I always love being a minion master in any game I play. Could we further expand this out? Oh, I bet we could. We would have to sacrifice a little bit of the efficiency of our spawners, but we could potentially have a massive, like, just kind of Y-shaped maw. On the inside, full of spiky teeth, and on the outside, full of the swarm launching hives. There you go. A little bit more poison as well, please. A little bit more poison. And more as well. No, they're not coming for that one. They're smarter than that. Almost. There we go. I don't think they're really going to be a concern for me once we've taken apart that much of them. And there we go. Though I am lacking the energy to do too much other than this. But I'm assuming that the main body of the boss is largely gone at this point. I can only assume that to be the case. We have managed to work through so much of the cannon fodder they're sending at me. Is there anything left? Actually, there's quite a lot left. I will be honest. A lot left. Okay, well, let's just continue launching the hive. There's nothing else for me to do, really. I think that's the central part I need to get to, so... It does look like it is latching on to my insects here and there, which I'm not entirely okay with, but let's just try and get a little bit of poison in there if I can. There we go. Figured that might help. But really, ultimately, I just want to take that out. There we go. Perfect. And now the hive... Oh, let's not be on top of anything, because I might accidentally select it. We've got 4 choices this time. Let's continue to just gather everything together. That was kind of anticlimactic again, because we've just lucked into a powerful build. We've got the Sizzler. Can stun nearby... Oh, is that what it was just using? The electric thing. Stun nearby Zoids, making them unable to move or use abilities. Deals damage to highly conductive targets. The Caltropper releases long-lasting tethered pods that ensure safe perimeter around the Zoid. Chitin, a structure Zoid that can connect other Zoids and grows shells on neighbours for extra protection. Ooh. That one actually sounds quite nice. And then Miner can lay poisonous mines that explode upon contact. Ah, is this what the Queen was using? Because I think I would like those more than our basic poison spitters. Range power is 2, nutrition capacity... they don't regenerate as much, though. That one regenerates a lot. Maybe that's what I should have. Maybe alternating sizzlers, so if something does get into the maw, I can stun it. I kind of like the idea of that. Sure, let's go ahead and grab the sizzler then. We've got a little bit of energy to spend. Now, as I said, this will drop the efficiency of my swarm a bit. And that does pain me. However, I think it's probably worthwhile doing. This actually only costs a tiny amount too. Sure. Let's pop these in. And again, go for symmetry. Then have a couple of these on the back there. Not ideal, really, but it'll do. We'll have that one just tucked down there. Is there a way that I can move this with... Oh, there we go. We can move it forward. Connect this up there. Actually, I'll drop that for now. Drop both of those for now. That way I can at least have these two connected. So there's still a decent bit of... oh, actually. Is that worth me doing? No, I generally prefer this being closer. There we go. I think this is a reasonable setup, though maybe having the sizzler in the more there, but I like having the poison. But we're getting the shape that we're building to right now. We've dropped the efficiency of the hive a little bit, but I think overall this should be okay. Rakdun. Okay, Rakdun. I'm definitely starting to notice more things in the background now, which is a little bit of a concern, if I'm honest. Go forth, hive. Collect all of the bits. There we go. They're just herding bits back to us. Okay with that. Very okay with that, actually. Oh, my lord. Hello. How about no? How about you just die? I think that would be ideal. I love seeing it trying to use its little spikes to take out my my insect. Are my insects bringing me the whirlpools? I'm gonna have to have a word with them about what is useful stuff and what is not. Please try and focus on only bringing me things that I want. There we go. Get a little bit more DNA. Oh, I can't really control where they go, which is a bit of a problem. Okay, so that's the perimeter component that we elected not to take. I'm going to focus on you since you're much closer and easier to kill. Or rather, closer to death, it seems. There we are. But I would very much like to not deal with too much of you. Let's just try and get in there. Also, a little bit of extra damage if I can. Come on. Need to get that perimeter damage going on. There we go. We now have a bit of an opportunity. It seems that we've taken off the components which create that shell around it. Well, not shell, that would be carapace. But there we are, perfect. Right, let's recover some more components. Not doing too bad. Got some more DNA there. Right, can we get the hive up there to do some more damage? Perfect. Taking out a lot of their movement components. I would very much like to be able to get the sizzlers on the go. Because that would have made fighting the organism that was deploying those for what all the world looked like bowlers. That would have been much more useful. Just getting in there, stunning it, and then just devouring it while it was incapacitated. To that end, let's try and do that. Could we get... problem now. How big is this effect? Is it a wide effect, I wonder? Because if so, I would be very much okay with that. That being said, I could, I suppose, put more poison in there. Let's pop this on... we'll put that on V. Alright, so let's see how that works. It's not that good of an effect, I would say. I'm going to need these to be at the front. And to that end, we're just going to pull all of this back in a little bit then. I wonder, would I be able to fit... If I remove that... I'm going to have to remove two... Well, wow, I'm going to have to remove a lot of things just to see how much I could connect. Ah, I could. Alright, well, I guess we could just be spewing out... insects from our maw. That would work. I think I would like to... sure, I think this is a good enough position there. Maybe have that a little bit higher up. Yeah, that looks good. I think that's going to give us a good effect on being able to stun opponents in front of us, whilst also being able to still hit them with the spikes. Though the spikes are just getting in their own way, which is a bit of a problem. How about... I could have them maybe there. They still sort of get in their own way, though. Maybe it won't matter too much if this is on the outside, since it is ultimately a stun weapon. I am hopeful that that won't matter too much. But the structure of our limbs is now getting a little bit more ungainly, which is a worry. There is an enemy to our north. I can just see the beginnings of the red bar up there. So let's continue heading in that direction. Got a lot of energy now at the very least. Right, let's sound out the hive. Oh, 2 enemies. Perfect. Go. Get in there. Finish off that fight for me. And stunned. And with that still getting away though. That's fine. Let them go. Now let's just finish off eating the meal that they didn't finish, and then we'll chase them down. I'm going to need more movement components though. Maybe branching off some structure paths right at the back there. Let's see, where are you? I do not want to dive, no. I want to kill. There we are. And a stun. Perfect. We should be able to finish them off. There we are. Nice and easy. Now, it's going to cost me 10 components to add in an extra block here. That is a bit of a pain. But let's try and put something together that will allow us to get a little bit more movement. Because again, this doesn't actually care what direction it is, because it can move freely in any direction. I think I need this one there and there, maybe. That way I can position these around a little bit more. Let's rotate that. Can I rotate any further? There we are. That's what I would like. Yeah, that doesn't work too badly. I've got enough to add in one more, so I will. But we should have enough room now to add in 2 extra movement zoids, which would give us a lot more freedom there. And if I could get some more spikes in there, it would be grand. But ultimately, I think we're just going to be filling this area up with more hives. We are definitely going for a certain type of build now. The spikes are more there as just deterrence to my opponent. What on earth is that? That is terrifying looking. I want to kill it. Can I get over to it? I can. This is fantastic. Go forth. See what we can do. Let's not get stung by that thing, which is firing the caltrops. Let's let the charge build up a little bit and launch. Let's get in there, do as much damage to the components on the side as possible, because it feels like those are the more dangerous components. Though, if I get any of those spikes, it might be game over for me. We saw how effective a very spike-heavy build was in the beginning of this playthrough. Or this run, I should say. Nope. You can have some poison if you really want to chase me down, but I really like that little bit of poison we have there, though. I would be very sad to see that go, because it's very useful in dissuading attackers from following me. Right, let's grab a little bit of everything. Thank you. How much are we generating in energy? We're now generating 64.5 energy per second. That is amazing. Very much approve. Right, a little bit more poison. And get the hive involved. Nope. And a little bit more poison. There we are. Perfect. Well, we should be able to finish you off in a moment. Let's chase them down, though. There we go. And devoured. Right, we've got 11 points. How much does it cost me to add a movement point? 12. Alright. We can do that. I would like a little bit of extra movement right now. I feel that that's quite an important thing for us. We're still quite ungainly, but the movement is the big killer. Since I can reverse, like moving forward, there's a lot of drag. I can feel it. It's very visceral feeling. But moving, oh, what on earth did I just destroy? I have no idea. But moving backwards, I can do that fairly smoothly. I just can't do it fast. So I think getting one more movement component, and you know what, I can afford to do that now, so let's do it. That should help a great deal. And then we can still fit in another one as well. There we are. Now, is there anything else around, I wonder? I'm not seeing anything showing up on the radar, but I didn't notice it say that the area was clear either. Oh well, let's go ahead and dive down. Looking at the time on the video, we don't have enough time to dilly-dally. Okay, layer of Frakir. Okay. I don't like the idea of going into a layer. Also a layer that I can't easily fit through. That is definitely a gimmick for a smaller creature. No. Hello? How about no? How about... Oh, all of the yes, apparently. I need to use my stun. I don't have enough energy to use the stun. Uh-oh, I am in deep, deep trouble. That was how quickly it was over. Okay. Contentious Epicurean. Killed by the silent sniper. Bloody snipers. I should have known not to go against something which was so capable there. Grade Turbo Goldfish. Okay. But this is cool. Actually seeing the evolution of the creature over time, that is actually really cool. I very much like that. This is where it felt the most deadly, I'm going to be honest. We had a lot of fun with a lot of hives, sure, but it suddenly felt like I couldn't pull off the aggression, and ultimately that's what I did there, because I couldn't outrange it. I couldn't get close enough to activate my my swarmers. That was a bit of a shame. I think if we'd had more spikes, might have been able to just get in there, do enough damage, and turn around and then just allow the spikes to damage things that were coming for us. But not too bad. Lifetime 28 minutes. What? 28 minutes? Either you're lying or OBS is drunk. Either way, Sipho's hunted, 71. Zoids lost, 7. Zoids killed, 465, so organs, I guess. Nutrition collected, 174. Epoch, 1. Final score, 6699. Nice. But okay, there we go. That is that for us. We've unlocked the Krathan. We've unlocked the Buggins. We have not unlocked this creature with the kind of polyp things. We have unlocked the saneness before us. And we have not unlocked whatever this is, though we did have some of your components. But that has been Sipho, or Sipho. Again, not really 100% sure how to pronounce it, but I hope you've enjoyed despite the loss. I'm not really sure if this game has a definitive end, or if you just keep descending deeper and deeper and deeper and finding more entities, but the fact that we seem to be going through very distinct biomes suggests to me that there is definitely an end point. But if you weren't already aware of this game, then I hope that this video has at least put it on your radar, and if you want to pick it up for yourself, then do consider checking out the video description down below, where there will be a link to where you can pick it up. And while you're down there, if you would like to see more videos like this, then you know how to let Sync Algorithmus know. That is, of course, with those beautiful buttons. But that is going to be it from me and from Sipho for now. So until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone.